everybody, so today I am finally doing a video about my entire Apple collection. So I'm going to be showing you all the devices that I currently have, as well as accessories, boxes, and things like that. So let's get started. Alright, so here is everything. These are all of my iPhones and iPods. So let's first start with the iPod Nanos. So this is my iPod Nano first generation. And this device, I guess you could say, is the one that kind of got me into collecting iPods and iPhones. It was the first one I got back in April of 2017. So this is a 4GB model, which is actually the highest capacity there was. The battery only lasts like 10 minutes, so that kind of sucks. Obviously, that's what happens to really old batteries. And then I have two cases that came with the eBay listing, this clear one and the pink one. I don't ever use either of those though. So yeah, that is that device. Next is my iPod Nano 7th generation, which of course is the newest. This one is the gold model, 2015. And of course it's the 16GB, that's the only option there is. This is one of my favorites because this was actually my very first Apple device. Not this exact one of course, but I had one of these in 2012 that I got for Christmas, and it was the blue one. And yeah, so it's kind of special, so I got this other one. It even has an engraving. So yeah. These are two cases I have. I got these a year later for Christmas in 2013, and there was a bunch more colors. Like there was, I think, clear, yellow, blue, black, teal, and then pink and purple. I gave the pink and purple ones away to my friend's sister who had one of these, and then the other three I just like lost or destroyed. So yeah. So yeah, this is really cool. I got this one in May of 2017, so now moving on. So now on to the iPod Touches. First of all, we have my iPod Touch first generation, all the way from 2007. So this is the 16GB model. I got this one in February of this year. And the wallpaper I have on the lock screen here is actually the default wallpaper from the original iPad, so that's kind of cool. So it's currently on just the latest software version, which is 3.1.3. So yeah, this is a cool device, very retro. So yeah, even makes a little clicky sound, because it doesn't even have a speaker. Next is my iPod Touch second generation. This is also a 16GB, as you can see right there. And I got this one in April of this year. So I just have one app on it, which is Flow, as you can see. And then the wallpaper is just this one, which is built in. So the only problems with this device is that the power button is slightly broken. It usually works most of the time. I was having some problems with it when I first got it, but now it works pretty well. I rarely have an issue with it. And then the home button is a little like crunchy. I don't know how to describe it, but it's, I don't know, it feels like there's like something stuck underneath it. And there's also like a little crack through the home button, if you can see that. So just some minor problems with the buttons, but it still works perfectly fine. And it is on the latest software version, which is 4.2.1, as you can see. Next up is my iPod Touch third generation. This is a 32GB model. I got this one in April of 2018 as well, although I had another one of these before that I got in May of 2017, which was my second device in my collection. Also 32GB. Basically I replaced it with this one because that one had a broken speaker, and I also wanted to get a 64GB model, but after losing like 4 eBay auctions, I just decided it would be easier to get a 32GB model again, because I just couldn't get a 64GB for like a reasonable price of like under $70 or something. But the thing about this one is that it is like beautiful. Like it's perfectly like, I mean, it has some scratches, but it's pretty shiny still. You can see there's barely any scratches, so that is awesome. Maybe the back cover was replaced at some point, I don't know, but looks pretty good. And this one is on 5.1.1, which I think I just mentioned. Let's go in here. There we go. Most of my devices are on the latest version, some of them aren't though. And then of course I just have this blue rubber case is the only one I have for it, but yeah, I feel like it matches pretty well with this wallpaper actually. So yeah, this is definitely probably my favorite device. Well, it's definitely my favorite iPod Touch ever. I just love it. So you can see my wallpapers. I have the Mavericks wallpaper for my lock screen and Mountain Lion for my home screen. And then I just have Mac Tracker on it right now. I still haven't restored from the old backup from my previous iPod Touch 3rd generation. So yeah, good device. Next up is my iPod Touch 4th generation. So just like clockwork, we got the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen. I got this one in September of 2017. And I really love this device. The home button does have some problems. Like I only pressed it once there, but it activated the multitasking. A lot of the time it doesn't work. It's working pretty well now, but sometimes it doesn't work. It just depends on the day, you know. So this is a 32 gigabyte as well. Let's take off the case. Also, it's obviously black instead of white. Actually, this one, I think someone used like steel wool to try to get out the scratches, which I don't really like when people do that. I'd rather just have it with the scratches because I think the steel wool just makes it look more dull, and I don't like that, but whatever. Yeah, so home button's not working. So it's of course on iOS 6.1.6, and there we go. So my wallpapers, this is my lock screen, and then my home screen, this is a temporary one. I just found it on the internet, which I think is pretty cool. Just says iOS 6 with a wooden background. Usually I'd have a different wallpaper, but for some reason my wallpaper's like glitching out on this device. I don't know what happened, but as you can see, they're all just black, so I don't know what's up with that. This is not jailbroken or anything, so I don't know why that is exactly, but usually I have like the Blades of Grass one. I'll show it to you later when we get to my other iOS 6 devices. But yeah, iPod Touch 4th generation, really cool device. Got the Retina display, which looks really nice, especially since it's from 2010. You wouldn't expect the display to be as good as it is. But yeah, so here's the camera. It's pretty crappy, but whatever. So yeah, I really love iOS 6 and this device. The cases I have, this is the first one. This is like a Game Boy case, which is pretty cool. I like how it's like flat because the iPod is kind of curved a little bit, so I like that. It doesn't like spin around or anything. It's silicone, obviously. And actually when I bought this, I was only expecting to get the green one, but I didn't see that it was actually a buy one get one free deal. So it also came with this black one as well. And then I got these cases more recently in like, I don't even know, March or February. But this one I had since September as well. This is a clear case with a black rubber border, I guess. And I have some emoji stickers that I put on it, as well as my pineapple pop socket. But this case is kind of getting mangled, as you can see. It's like peeling apart. This is completely split open, so I don't use this one a lot anymore. But yeah, I do like clear cases. You can see Extreme Mac. So yeah, iPod Touch 4. And now on to my final iPod Touch, which is the 6th generation. This one is currently on the iOS 12 beta. It's a 16 gigabyte. Let's go into settings, 12.0. So I got this one in June of 2016, so I've had it for exactly 2 years. I really love this device. This was my only device for a long time, actually, about a year. So the default iOS 12 wallpaper for lock screen, and then this picture I took, and it looks really cool. So yeah, really love this iPod Touch. And here are the cases I have. So this one is from my iPod Touch 5th generation, the one without a camera. So of course I can use it on this one, and I do sometimes just for fun, but of course I can't take pictures unless I take off the case. But I think it looks really cool. It's a spec candy shell grip in neon green. So yeah, of course this one is also splitting open, like at the headphone jack and the lightning port, if you can see that. Hold on, let's bend it, there we go. And pretty much everywhere where there's a crease, the volume button is the worst, and then even the power button. So yeah, but it's still a very protective case. And then these ones, these were also from my iPod Touch 5th generation, and I got them I ordered them shortly after I got it in June of 2014. But these are the Belkin Flex case, and these don't have a camera cutout either, but I've, as you can see, kind of made camera cutouts. So this one was the only case I had when I got this device. And I actually got this the day before I left for vacation, so I was just in a pinch, so I just quickly cut out a camera hole and then used it, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, that's my iPod Touch 6th generation. It's been great. So now moving on to the iPhones. So my first iPhone here is the iPhone 3G. This is a black 8GB. It's technically on 4.2.1, but this device is jailbroken, and I've kind of added some of the features from iOS 4.3, so I kind of just spoofed the version number there to say 4.3.5. So I added some features like the home screen wallpaper and the multitasking, and it's really, really slow. It was slow before I added those, but now, like, the animations are super laggy, as you can see right there. But yeah, this is one of my few devices that I have jailbroken right now. I don't have Cydia on it, actually. I just do it for, like, the visual tweaks and things like that. I've also added the battery percentage, so this needs to be charged soon. But yeah, I have this stone wallpaper for the lock screen and the wave one for my home screen, which is my favorite wallpaper, I think. Yeah, the camera sucks, obviously. So in 2008. So yeah, that's pretty much my iPhone 3G. I've also removed a lot of the apps here, and I got this in August of 2017. Next up is my iPhone 3GS, which is also a black one, and this is a 16GB on iOS 6.1.6, the latest version. I don't want that. I want to go to settings, general, and about. Well, this works. Let's just wait for it to check for update. Oh, never mind. Let's do about and 6.1.6. So this device I also got in February of 2018 with my iPod Touch 1st generation. And I did have another one of these in July of 2017, July and maybe the first part of August, but when it was delivered, the battery had like exploded, so the phone was like splitting open, so I had to send that one back, and I didn't get another one until just now, or not just now, but a few months ago. So I've got a couple of apps on here, wallpapers. I've got the maple leaf one and this beach one. So yeah, cool device, the iPhone 3GS. Now moving on to my latest edition, and I've actually been waiting to get this device just so I can make this video. This is my iPhone 4, and I just got this on Friday. So here's the cases I have for it. So I just have this clear case on right now, which just came in today, and I was also waiting for this so I could make the video. So it's just a clear case here. I like clear cases. And then I had this pop socket for like 6 months pretty much, and I've been saving it just for this iPhone 4. It's a palm tree one. So yeah, there's that. This is a 16GB iPhone 4 CDMA model, actually, as you can see by the antenna bands. No SIM card, no FC labels. I really like the CDMA iPhone because it's just very clean looking, and the antenna bends are symmetrical. So yeah, this is on iOS 6. It's actually dual booted using Cool Booter, so it's dual booted to iOS 7 and iOS 6. But right now on iOS 6, so basically when I turn it off, it's gonna go back to iOS 7, and then I can boot into the iOS 6 from there. So I might do that in this video after I show you around. So of course this is 6.1.3. Let's go on that. Oops. Oh god. General. No. Okay. 6.1.3 right there. And then my wallpapers, I have this cool rainbow peacock feather one, which was debuted with the iPhone 4 Retina display. I mean, it never was a wallpaper, but like they had it on the website. And then I actually have the iOS 10 default wallpaper for my home screen because I think it looks cool. So yeah, iPhone 4, one of my favorites. So now I will boot into iOS 7 and show you guys that. So now we are booted into my iOS 7. Let me show you that wallpaper again. This is 7.1.2. Let me turn down the brightness a little bit. There we go. So here's my lock screen wallpaper. I've got this wooden circle thing. I don't know what that is. And then my home screen wallpaper is this really cool earth one. So yeah, I've got some apps. And then in my games folder, hidden away, I have my Cool Booter as well as Cydia. So this is where I can boot right into iOS 6. You can choose any version of iOS, pretty much from 5.0 to 7.1.2. It's really cool, but you have to be jailbroken to use it. And then also I have this case, which is a Minecraft Creeper case, and this was actually my brother's old phone case when he had a 4S. And I just found it one day, and I guess I've just kind of been using it on this one, except when I got this new case. So yeah, that's kind of funny. So the next device is my iPhone 5. I got this one in June of 2017. It's a 32 gigabyte. This is the case I have for it. It's kind of a metallic case, kind of clear, but also kind of metallic. So that's cool. This is of course the black and slate model. If you can't already tell, I pretty much prefer the black iPhones always, iPhones and iPods. So yeah, usually I would have this device dual booted on iOS 10 and iOS 6 like my iPhone 4 with Cool Booter, but not right now. I actually have it restored to an old backup from my iPod Touch 5th generation, all the way from like June of 2015. So a 3-year-old backup, so it's pretty funny. Anyways, yeah, so right now it's just on iOS 10.3.3. Let's go into that. I don't know why I'm showing you guys this, but there we go, 10.3.3, latest version. So yeah, I really love this device. This was my daily driver phone actually for the second half of 2016, or 17 I mean, from June 10th to December 8th of 2017. This was my main phone, and it works surprisingly well for its age in that time period. Of course, I didn't get the iOS 11 update on it, so that kind of sucked, but I did get it on my iPod Touch, which I had. But yeah, great device, definitely one of my favorite iPhones. Yeah, just absolutely love this device. Of course, I've got a little area where the aluminum came off, or the anodized finish. And this device I actually got from my friend for like $65. It was his friend's mom's old phone, and then I guess it was his friend's phone, so the mom's son, and then he had it from like February to June of 2017, and then he sold it to me. So yeah, beautiful iPhone 5. And finally is my most prized iPhone 10. I absolutely love this device. I got this on December 8th, 2017. So this one is also on the iOS 12 beta. Let's show you that. Here we go, 12.0. So yeah, 64 gigabyte model. This is my daily phone, of course. And I plan on keeping it for a very long time, probably for like 5 years or something like that. Maybe not, but like 3-4 years. And of course it's the black model. I got another clear case on it, and it's a speaking case, and I've got my aluminum pop socket, which also has green accordion. So yeah, silver one, although it's kind of scuffed up now. So yeah, favorite device ever. It's absolutely amazing, totally worth $1,000, just saying. And then I also have this case, which is another clear one, but it's a lot more flimsy and pliable. I just got this because we weren't expecting this clear one to come in on time, but this one would, so we just got this just in case, so I have a case when my iPhone arrived. So yeah, iPhone 10, beautiful. So those are all of my iOS devices. Of course, I don't have any iPads or Macs yet, but hopefully I will very soon. So now let's move on. I thought I'd just throw this in, all of my headphones and cables and things. So these are a pair of lightning earpods that I got with my iPhone 10. Unfortunately, I lost the dongle, so that sucks. And then I have a pair of regular earpods with the mic that I got separately in like February of 2013. I still have them. It's been over 5 years, and I kind of drew on the Apple logo with a Sharpie, and I tried to get it off, but some of it's still there. So yeah, I've had those for a long time. And then I have just a little brick here that I got with my iPhone 10 as well. Pretty riveting stuff. And then I have earpods without the remote and mic that I got with my iPod Nano. So I just have 3 pairs of earpods. Of course I had a lot more, but I'm always losing them all the time. Surprisingly, I haven't lost these ones yet though. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 1-meter lightning cables and 1 2-meter lightning cable. So one of these came with my iPod Nano, one of them came with my iPhone 10, and the other one I think came with my iPod Touch. I don't know, maybe it came with my iPhone 5 when I got it from my friend, because he provided a lightning cable and this charging brick. And then I have a 12-watt iPad charger that I actually got this in Chicago. And funny story, I tried to plug this in one time, but there was like metal in the port, so it made a huge spark, and then it turned like this entire thing black. I was able to clean most of it off, but you can still see it in there, so that's kind of funny. And then finally, I just have this 30-pin cable. I have a lot more of these, but they're third-party. I have 3 more, but they're not made by Apple, so I'm not going to include those in the video, of course. So just some little cables and headphones and chargers and things. Now let's move on to the boxes that I have. So this is not where I normally keep my boxes, although I guess I could, but I just put them here for the purpose of this video. So first of all, of course, is my iPhone 10 box. So let's see what's inside. Designed by Apple in California. I always save my Apple stickers. And then I even have the plastic wrap. Pretty much keep everything. So yeah. Next of all is my iPod Touch box. I always keep the little stickers for the screen, and then all the stuff. So yeah. This one was my iPhone 3GS box. I actually found one on eBay that came with a box, so that's nice. Oops, this is on upside down actually. So that. There we go. So it's the iPhone OS 3 box, which is cool. Let's see what's inside. So I've just got the tray, and this is completely upside down and wrong, but whatever. This even has the little, you can open this, the little SIM card remover and everything. So yeah. And next is my iPod Nano box. Now this was a pretty cool unboxing to do. Might make a video about it actually. So you just slide this out, and you open it like this. Here was the iPod Nano, and then up here, open this and get all your little accessories. And actually, I'm just not going to show you all this because I want to make an actual video, so I'll save that for later. And then finally is my iPod Nano box. Of course, keep the little sticker and everything inside. Everything is miniaturized, so yeah. So there's all my boxes. So that is my entire Apple collection. I made a huge mess filming this video, but I hope you did enjoy. It was a lot of fun to make. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.